Project idea and functional outline, project brief. When you found a vendor you think you might be able to work with, you will need to discuss your project idea with them. An important part is to communicate it as clearly as possible so that they can effectively estimate how much work will be required to create the product. Make sure you are ready for the stage before it arrives. Creating a functional outline of your project idea, also called a project brief, is the first thing you need to do once you've had an idea which you want to develop. It shouldn't take a long time, assuming you have a clear mental picture of the app you want to develop. Even if you're not totally sure about the details, the process of writing the brief will help you to develop your idea more fully. Explain the app's purpose. First off, you need to write the main purpose of your app. This is the big idea that you have in mind for your project, what role it will play in the life of its user. If you struggle to explain this simply in 1 or 2 sentences, this is often a good sign that the idea is not quite ready to be taken to a developer. Describe key features. Next up, outline a few of the big key features of the app. These are the features without which it won't be possible to achieve that overall purpose. Task creation in an organizer app, track selection in a music player app, browse items by category in a shopping app, and so on. Don't just write the name of the feature, explain what it does and how it contributes to the overall aim of the app. Sometimes that's the full extent of the project brief clients come to us with. Just a general concept and a couple of key features. And that's enough to get the conversation going. However, if we were to give you an estimate, we'd need to get a bit more detailed description. The more detail, the better. Essentially, your task is to break your vision down into lots of little pieces so that you can show a developer exactly what you want them to make. The more detail you go into, the better they will understand and the more accurately they will be able to estimate the cost. They might well end up advising you to leave some non-essential features on hold until after the initial release, especially in the case of a startup. That's okay. They're using lean development principles and focusing on getting an MVP on the market as quickly as possible. But don't let that stop you from including as much detail as possible in the original brief though. That means thinking about details like whether your app requires account creation, login and password use, online sales, user history, and any other details you can think of. Using mockups. It's not essential to make some basic mockups, and I'll go into more detail about using mockups in another article, but if you can, they make a great visual tool for understanding the brief you've made. You might even find it helpful yourself. Making mockups during the brief creation process can help you visualize what features need to be present on each page of an app. Even a back of a napkin scroll can help provide some visual clarity about your idea. This process is all about allowing you to think deeply about what the app will actually do and how it will function. The resulting document is then also helpful for getting other people to understand how it will work. Now that you've made it, it's time to talk with someone else about your idea and show them your project brief.